our next speaker is a great example of speaking and acting the words that you say. So, it is all about leadership, Martin Luther King said. We can all be great because we can all serve. So, our next speaker, Nancy Golden, is an example of both being strong and a strong leader in leadership and service in our community. Thank you for coming and thank you for talking with us today. Dr. Nancy Goldman is the Chief Education Officer of Oregon Education Investment Board. Nancy retired as a superintendent for Springfield Public Schools in Springfield, Oregon, where the district, under her leadership, developed the Springfield Quality Education Model, significantly increased student achievement, and established a clear vision for every student, a graduate prepared for a bright and successful future. Nancy was named in 2011 Oregon Superintendent of the Year by the Confederation of School Administrators and served for 6 months as the education advisor for the incoming Governor John Kitzhaber. She is a former director of the University of Oregon's Administrative Licensure Program and serves on a variety of local and state-level boards and committees. She is widely respected for her inclusive and collaborative leadership style. She obtained her PhD in curriculum and instruction from the University of Oregon in 1987. Nancy began her career as a special education teacher and has more than 30 years' experience in education. Please welcome Chief Education Officer for the Oregon Education Investment Board, Dr. Nancy Goldman.
Good afternoon. I spent most of my life as a teacher, so teachers never stand behind anything like this because we need to be with our students. So I'm just thrilled to be at what I think will be the first annual event for this wonderful organization, and I see an envelope, and I'm very excited to contribute to this organization too, because the governor and the Oregon Education Investment Board has a dream, and that's the dream of 40-40-20. And what that means is that 40% of our students will go to four-year colleges, 40% will go to two-year colleges, and all students will graduate from high school, college, and career ready. Some, right? Some may go into the military or the world of work, and that's great, but what we want them to know at any point, if they decide they want to go get a certificate, a license, a two-year degree, or a four-year degree, they have the skills to do that. So that's the dream, 40-40-20, which I'm holding tight to, and we all need to hold on to that dream. And why I'm so thrilled to be here, it is organizations like this who are going to work side by side with the Oregon Education Investment Board to make this happen. I know about the work this organization has done. You are really into parent voice, and that's critical. We need that. You're really into making sure the students in the achievement gap, the opportunity gap, have the opportunity to get the kind of support they need so that we can get them out of the opportunity gap. You really care deeply about training parents so they can sit side by side with their children and make sure every child by grade 3 is a reader. I saw your reading program. This is critical because we know students reading by grade 3, 4 times as many of them graduate. So you're an organization who's working on that, and we're working on that, and we need to work on that together. So we need your voices, we need your advocacy, we need your partnership. And I want to tell you the 4 things we're really working on at the Oregon Education Investment Board to reach that dream. And here's the 4. The first is issues of poverty. 50% of our children are on free and reduced lunch. Every child deserves to be able to eat. Every child deserves a home, a place to do their homework, and we have to work together to make that a reality for every one of our students. The second thing we're working on is educational equity. We know that some of our students have not been given the support they need to be successful. And we need to change that trajectory, and we can do it, and we can do it together. The third thing we're working on is that third grade reading benchmark, because I just told you how critical that is to have all of our students reach the third grade benchmark. Working with parents like this organization is, we can really not only work during the school day, but in summer school programs, after school programs, community programs, parent tutoring programs, and we can make that a reality for absolutely every single student. And the last one is realizing the dream, and what this is about is every child deserves an opportunity to go on to post-secondary education. There should be no barrier for any child in this state to do that, and we're working absolutely. And I was thrilled when I got to sit next to Freddie, because we got to talk. He's a high school student who is doing an extraordinary job, and he's got a dream about college, and we need to make that a reality for Freddie and every other student who is in Oregon wanting to realize their dream. So these are the dreams, that's the pathway, these are the things we're working on. Thank you so much, Salem Kaiser Coalition, for standing side by side with us, for putting your arms around all of our 55,000 plus students, and we can do it together. So I really appreciate an opportunity to talk to you. Thank you.